Hi everybody, welcome to 5 Minute Ministries. And today and over the next few weeks I want to talk about marriage. People today don't look favorably on marriage, and there's a lot of different reasons for that. Some see it as just a piece of paper, something that legally binds us, and there are certain laws that go along with it. Some say, why bother to get married? Because I can do all the things married people do if I just live with the person. Or they have the attitude that, well, over half of marriages end in divorce anyway, so why get married and go through all that trouble? I know if you go to other countries, there are arranged marriages, and people feel obligated to get married for certain reasons. Some people marry way too early. They don't really know the person, but get married because they are so, quote, in love. Sometimes they do it to get somebody to be able to stay in the country, to override certain legal roadblocks. But whatever reason people look down on marriage, God had a different perspective. From the very beginning, He instituted marriage. He created Adam, He created Eve, He brought them together, He married them. See, every country has its own laws that will say that, yes, you are legally married. And each one of them is going to be different. See, God didn't have a piece of paper. He didn't have a big wedding venue. He didn't even there wasn't bridesmaids and groomsmen. There wasn't a ring bearer and a flower girl. It was just Adam and Eve and God saying, you two are to be married. And He says you are to leave your mother and father and to cleave to your wife. Now, while Adam and Eve did not have a mother and father, God just created them out of dust and created Eve out of Adam's rib. He still instituted it right then and there. They didn't have to worry about, are we compatible? They didn't have to worry about finding each other on some kind of dating app. There was none of that when they were created. God just brought them together and instituted marriage right then. One of the biggest reasons is so they could, as He commanded them, go forth, be fruitful, multiply, and fill the earth. Now, that is, filling the earth, having children is not the only purpose of marriage, and I'm going to go through some of those as the weeks go on. But instead of looking down on marriage, we should look down on the reasons why people decide to end the marriage. And a lot of them are frivolous. Oh, we don't get along. Oh, I don't like the way she cooks. I don't like the way he doesn't put the toothpaste cap back on. I don't like the fact that he leaves the toilet seat up. I don't like the fact that she leaves her clothes all over the place. And they just have this attitude that marriage is just a frivolous thing. And if I'm no longer happy, then I can get out, and I should be able to. But God said, what God has brought together, let no man separate. So if God has brought these people together, we shouldn't be separating them by man. And I'm going to get into that in another lesson. But in this time, I just want to focus on that, because people have a down view of marriage, and it's because people have failed marriage. Marriage didn't fail. So just like when I did the lesson on abstinence, abstinence doesn't fail. People fail to be abstinent. And marriage doesn't fail. People fail to be married. And that's the thing I really want to talk about. And I know that there's a lot behind this, and being 5 minutes, I don't have that long, but I just wanted to give a small introduction as to what marriage, or what I'm going to be talking about when it comes to marriage. Now, marriage should not be taken lightly. It should not be, we've been together 3 months, let's get married. Or why bother to get married, let's just go ahead and just have the benefits of marriage without marriage itself. There are reasons for it, and God has our best interest in mind when He gives us the guidelines. And we are to do it, if we're going to get married, we should truly understand what it means to love one another. You should know what it means to love your spouse before you get married. Marriage is about making someone else happy. Marriage is about taking care of the needs of someone else. It is not about me. But most people today, and even that's the focus, of a lot of people who try to sell marriage is marriage, make yourself happy and get what you want for your wedding. Do what you want. And you get the dream wedding you have always wanted. The focus is on you. But in marriage, focus is not on the individual. Marriage is about another person. It's the focus on the spouse. And it has to go both ways, especially if you want the marriage to work. Now, I'm going to be covering a lot of these topics as the weeks go on. And hopefully, we'll get a better understanding of what marriage is, especially for those who are thinking about it, or maybe those who are having trouble in their marriage right now. I can't solve all the problems, but I can give you biblical perspectives of what marriage is. And we'll cover that in the weeks to come. This has been 5 Minute Ministries, and I'll see you next time.